Well, hello everybody, Mandolin here. Out here camping. Did that to myself, didn't I? If you remember my last video, I mentioned being in the big city was driving me crazy, and I needed to go camping when I got back. Well, I'm camping. I'm still feeling fine. Everything's good. Just respecting the the request to stay away from my dad for the most part because he's up there in years, and it's not so terrible. I enjoy being outdoors. I'm trying to figured I'd take the time and clean up his back lot a little bit. So, how is everybody doing? I hope everybody's feeling fine. Starting to hear a lot of stuff from everywhere. Like I said, I did this to myself. So remember that what you say and what you put out there is shaping your experience. And another thing, if people ask you to stay away, respect that. Do not take offense. I've heard a lot of stuff about this, people being racist for being asked certain people to stay away or for being shy of certain people. Don't do that. If somebody sneezes, I mean, don't be right in the middle of it. But here in North Carolina, we've got pine pollen season. So everything's turning green and everybody's allergies are acting up. Everything's blooming. So be considerate, but you can still be safe. And now let's get down to what has really been coming up a lot. So I hope you guys can hear me okay. There's been talk of an event, and several of my friends and I have talked about what do we make of everything going on. And we found that quite a few of us agree that this is a reset. Everybody has to slow down. Everybody has to spend time with their family, not just a couple hours a day. Used to do it all the time. Families wouldn't go out to town but once a month. So this is not something that's impossible. Getting to know each other again as people when you spend time with your family. But it's also giving us time out of a busy running rat race to stop and take stock of ourselves, to go inside, to have more personal time, if you will, when you don't have all the distractions of the hustle and bustle of daily life. Those that are just freaking out, again, you're manifesting your experience. It's teaching us to calm down. It's showing us what some of our fears are. And it's giving us a chance to practice compassion. One of the things that I've noticed, since we're being asked to stay away from the elderly, there are those elderly that don't get many visitors. Maybe they have a Meals on Wheels person that comes in, or, home health, whatever. But even that is cutting back from what I understand. The children are out of school. Another thing, they're going to have to readjust when they go back. And I'm going to talk more about the kids being out of school in a little bit. But the elderly, one thing I've noticed, my dad is just so lonely because, they're sitting there and it's not just that they don't have the company, but they're wondering what's going on. Several families that I know, I've got friends, and they either take turns going to see their grandparents or elderly aunts, or they have gatherings. I know my friends at Miss Reba's house, I know Mama Reba's just beside herself. All she's got time on her hands and all she knows to do is cook to fill it up, and there's nobody there to eat it. Churches are being canceled, church services, and a lot of people look at that as terrible, but what I look at that as, that this church has enough confidence in their doctrine and their body to do that, and respect for people's well-being. So all these things bringing together, we're experiencing a lot of different things. Reset, back to simpler times. Listen, oh, well, they quit. You can hear the mourning doves. I hear the turkeys at night, the owls, sitting out here when it's quiet. Um, and it just brings you back to a simpler time. So, okay, to the schools, reset there too. Haven't we heard for years and years when the internet came out? I remember anyway, that they says, "Oh, one day everything will be done online." People are shopping online, having their food delivered, having their packages delivered. And now the children are utilizing online learning for school. I was always the type that thought that would be a bad idea. But now I see it a little differently. These children, in my time, it would have been a bad idea. We would have got nothing done. We would have just played outside all the time. But the children, they understand the technology, and the technology is the norm for them. So it's going to be easier for them to adjust. This is like a test run, a trial run, if you will, in my opinion. And another thing, I am seeing more children outside playing. I'm seeing the families outside playing with the kids. I'm seeing them doing activities outdoors. People are taking advantage of this in a lot of ways. Here in my area, I've got to say for the most part, it's been pretty chilled. The toilet paper run, yes, that did happen here. I didn't hear a whole lot of stories about people having all out brawls or anything, but at the same time, the supplies are coming back in. I saw that there was a shipment arriving at the local Dollar General yesterday. So the cycles are going to continue, but this is giving us a chance to stop everything and refocus on, well, basically things that we used to do when I was a kid and even earlier. Uh, the whole camping thing kind of took me back a little further than most people, but this is my thing. This is what I enjoy doing. During these astrological times, and I haven't had time to look at it because I've been trying to get set up and everything where I'd be comfortable for a couple of weeks. And we do have rain coming. So forgive me that if you would. But the cycles, we just had a new moon in Mars, so maybe I'll get some time to charge my phone and then do a little stuff and bring something out about that later. Concentrate on things. I've had some very intimate dreams, with nature, just so connected, just feeling like you're part of it. And as soon as I say that, the wind's blowing because it was like just being an ash and being picked up and carried off by the wind. Very peaceful, very calming. There's no Wi-Fi out here, so I don't have the intrusion of all of the extra waves. And there's this little bumblebee, and this is like the fourth time I've tried to do this video. And first Chewy was chomping at him, but I think he just wants to be in the video, but he won't come and make his debut, so we'll see if he does. But also I've been more grounded because of what I've been doing. Um, and really just felt this calming, almost like an anticipation, like I'm waiting. As I said, I've got friends that are talking about tomorrow, Sunday, being the event. I'm not sure about that. I'm not even totally sure what the event is. I just feel the imminence of things a lot of times. So if your internet goes out or your power goes out, do not freak out. It's a reset. I'm just totally getting it's a reset. Just take it as it goes. So let's take the limits off of things and keep an open mind and remember to be calm and considerate and compassionate and to be smart. But most of all, to enjoy the experience and know that you shape your experience. I want to throw a shout out to a couple people. The tent is mine, but my brother loaned me an air mattress that filled up the whole tent, so I traded it for a smaller one to my son. I've got my friend Lish's cooler. I've got some people gave me some supplies. that they had gotten before I got back. So thank you to everybody that helped me out. Practicing compassion, helping out, even those ways you can help out if you can't go around people. So I'll be back as I can, and maybe I'll take some pictures of there's wild jasmine growing in the trees, already blooming. Maybe I can share some of that with you and kind of take some of the cabin fever out for you. So stay blessed, stay just in awe of everything. It's an adventure, and know that I will talk to you on the next time. Love you. Bye.